So, it's really hard to realize something that you might do today that might completely change the rest of your life. So around 2012, 20-year-old Brandon was having a lunch in Forest Park in St. Louis, Missouri. And as I sat outside eating my sandwich, I could not stop thinking about the cute girl behind the counter in the cafe. Do I ask for a number? Should I wait and come back another day and slow play it? What if she doesn't like me? What if she doesn't like my jokes? Does she have a boyfriend? She's probably busy. How do I ask her out anyway? Phone number on the back of the receipt. Classic and timeless. So she started contacting me, and shortly after, following the next months, we were just completely inseparable. In the summer of the following year, we were engaged to be married. And as the time passed, and the stresses of her tackling school and me being in the middle of an enlistment with the military, along with figuring out how we can afford a wedding, a house, cars, tuition, and all the other life expenses, all on $30,000 a year, we eventually decided to call off getting married at the early stages of our life. And entering our mid-20s, we eventually started growing apart and split up. Madeline went off to medical school a few hours away, and I was closing out the last years of my enlistment. But something happened in our time apart. The longer we spent apart, the more a void became extremely apparent in my life. We both saw other people, but those relationships never grew into what we had with each other. Needless to say, those relationships never worked out. Skipping ahead, Madeline was in her last years of medical school, and I got out of the military and took a contract position abroad. Now at this time we were thousands of miles away from each other, but seemingly growing closer and closer, and eventually getting back together. This is really appropriate because you laugh like a monkey and now you're in the tree.
It's not true.
It is. Consider this story a bit unconventional, but it's our story. It's the road to growth that brought us to where we are now. And I'm so happy and so thankful to have this amazing woman by my side who puts up with my stupid jokes, supports my dreams, and keeps me laughing constantly. And not to mention, she's the hardest working person I know and will absolutely do anything for those she cares about. And I'm a pretty lucky guy. And she also rides the one wheel to take out the trash, and she can fly my drone, which I find extremely attractive.
Oh, is it gonna make it on the grass?
It's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine.
I did a good job.
So the point of the story is this. The small risk that you take today just might be the one that changes your life forever. And you just might end up with something or someone amazing.